How's it going, guys? So it seems like a week or two ago I made a video about why I sold my game collection. Today we're back with the pickup video. I know, it doesn't make any sense. If you guys are curious to see what I found, definitely stay tuned to see what I grabbed. Alright guys, so before I get started this video, I want to talk about a new series that's going to be starting on my channel. Now you guys obviously know I sold my game collection. I had over 2,500 games, and I can honestly say I enjoyed about 5% of them. I was very overwhelmed with my collection. Yes, it's cool to say you have a massive video game collection, but at the end of the day, if 95% of it's stuff you don't even appreciate or you've never even touched, what's the point of even having it? You guys obviously know I still want to collect games. I talked about in my video that I would love to still have a game collection. I have a small game collection behind me that is pretty much half of it is PS3 games, but I have stuff that I know I will play. I can honestly say I probably played about 75% of the games behind me, except for most of the PS3 titles, since those take multiple hours to play. About 75% of the games behind me, whether it's PS2 or GameCube, I've touched since I sold my collection, which is really awesome to say. So, with some things happening in my future, I've talked about it in the past, I'm pretty much on like a limited budget as to what I can spend on games. Like I can't spend like what I used to. So what I think, or what I thought would be pretty cool, is basically take $50 and start my game collection off with $50 to see how it can grow. With where I live locally, or where local thrift stores tend to sell a lot of things in bundles. So that doesn't really give me the opportunity to really see, what if I find a bundle of games and I want one of those 10 games? I still have to buy that bundle. What am I going to do with the rest of the crap? I don't want it on my shelf. I don't want this crazy all filler, no killer collection. So, what's the best thing to do with it? Get rid of it. Purge it. Sell it for cheap. Sell it for less than market value. So someone, whoever's going to buy it is going to, still make out in the end. I'll go into more of those details later. With the videos, I think it'd be cool so you guys can really see how you can really build a game collection with pretty much no money. In the end, with the $50 I invested, I want to put that back into my wallet so I can pretty much say this collection paid for itself. Another thing I want to do differently with it is that I'm not only going to buy and sell video games. Let's say if I'm at the thrift store and I see a workout movie or a movie series or a series of DVDs that goes on eBay for about $50 just because of my own personal knowledge, I'm going to buy that and I will get rid of that to help fund this game collection. Now, I know it sounds really stupid, but I think sometimes when people go out game hunting, they kind of overlook other ways to make money. And I know it sounds pretty stupid of why you just want to go out and buy and sell things, but at the same time, someone else is doing that too. So you really, it's no big deal. I've done it in the past. That's how I purchased some higher priced games in my old collection. I'm going to go over like various electronics I'd find, or toys or games, or just things that I know can help fund my future game collection. Another thing that'd be really cool with it is to also use like cool visuals and art and kind of do a game count, like some high ticket items I found, or not high ticket items because I really don't care about the cost of games, but like highlights in my collection, like games I found that I'm like, holy crap, I've always wanted this game. This game's awesome. I actually love it. And just kind of show an appreciation to how cheap game collecting can kind of be with a little spin on things. So like short-term goal, refund my initial investment. Long-term goal, build a pretty cool collection of games I know I'll touch, and build a free video game collection. Also, in the end, add some really cool games I never thought I'd be able to own. If you guys find that to be pretty interesting, definitely leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, let's get started with this pickup. This pickup is actually an eBay purchase, some things I found at a local junkyard, some things I found at a local Walmart, some stuff I got from Salvation Army, and a gift from someone because they watched my last video and said it was really a great video. And when they told me that and they said when they sent me something, I was just blown away. But we'll unpackage that last because I have no clue what is going to be in there. Another thing, guys, with my pickup videos going forward, there's going to be a mixture of media, not just video games anymore. It's going to be music, it's going to be DVDs, it's going to be stuff that I've really added that may go to the channel or help the channel, or just some things I think that are pretty cool, like music and vinyl and all that cool stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a little different than normal, but let's just get started with the first thing I grabbed. So as I was saying just earlier, a lot of the local thrift store I go to sells things in bundles. They may put some games in like single games, but I never really have any luck with that. And when I was driving past one day, one game stood out. It was a game I've played in the past. I absolutely love this game, and I wanted it. And at the Salvation Army, it was White Sticker Day, so White Sticker Day means half off. And this is marked for $22.99, so I wouldn't skip on this. So what I'm grabbing was a PS2 bundle. It came with a controller. Actually came with 2 controllers, but I threw one away because it was missing the thumb grips. Came with a memory card, which is pretty cool. And it came with 4 games and a fat PS2. This thing looked like crap. You guys can probably still see some of the dust behind it. It looked like crap, but I was able to clean most of it. I kind of want to do like a nice, good cleaning inside. But like I said, guys, it came with 4 games, and this is like a prime example of how it'd be. In the past with my collection, I would just throw these games on a shelf and just be like, ooh, cool, 4 PS2 games. Not anymore. First game, Fisherman's Bass Club. I don't know if I'll keep that. It kind of looks like Sega Bass Fishing, but it's not Sega Bass Fishing, so I don't really care. Cabela's Outdoor Adventures. This game may stay. Hot Shots Golf 3. I know I played these in the past. I played on a demo disc, and I really enjoyed it. But the one game that stood out is Champions of Norath. This actually was one game I thought about when I sold my collection. I was like, man, I really wish I kept that. This game, like Champions of Return to Arms, the Dark Alliance games from PS2, I really, really enjoyed those games. So it was really cool to pick that a lot up for, it was, I had to find the receipt, but it was like 12 and change, or maybe 13 and change after tax. I don't remember. But it was a no-brainer. I had to have it. Just going to try to make this a little different, kind of break it out a little bit so it's not just video games, and just other media. So you guys know about that local junkyard I go to. I've made plenty of videos about it in the past. And one thing I've actually got into recently is collecting music CDs. If you guys watch one of my older videos when I talk about who I really am, introduce myself and my channel, I talked about music I like. So I've been on a CD kick because I love collecting music now. It's actually really fun having the physical media. And surprisingly enough, I actually do listen to these CDs. Like, I'd give up and not use like Google Play or Spotify or Amazon Music. I'd rather just listen to the CD. I paid $5.50 for everything, or $6.50 I think it was, one of those two. First thing was a Diablo 3 expansion pack. I just wanted it for the box. The discs are inside, which is pretty cool. I don't know if the code's been redeemed. I haven't tried it because I already have it. But yeah, it's pretty cool to find. I think it's like everything was like about 50 cents each. The next thing I found was Wu-Tang Clan, which 36 Chambers is a CD you pretty much must have by them. I love punk music, and this is Punkorama Volume 2. I thought it was 3. I have 3 over there. But it has some amazing bands on, like NoFX. It has Descendants, Bad Religion, Voodoo Glow Skulls, Rancid, Pennywise. Freaking so many good bands on here, and had to have it. I'm probably going to say about everything. 2 Tooth and Nail samplers. These are pretty good. This is definitely punk before I really ever got into, because it was 1994, so I was only about 5 years old at the time. But one of the bands I'm pretty familiar with in those CDs is Mxpx, which is an amazing band. I really, really enjoy them. I've actually been a fan of them since I was probably like 5th or 6th grade. You guys know I'm a Blink-182 fan, so I had to have these two. Blink-182, Cheshire Cat, and Buddha. 2 Amberlin CDs, because I love Amberlin. Hopefully that's not picking up too much sound from this mic. I'm just going to go through the rest of them really quick. The Cure Greatest Hits, because The Cure is an amazing band. The Cult, they are just as amazing. 2 different Ramones CDs. I found System of a Down, which I listened to the Chops or Toxicity album before this one, and I don't know which one I like more. I can't say I like one more than the other, because this one has some amazing songs on it, but this is definitely a must-have if you actually enjoy System of a Down at all. I grabbed the Sex Pistols. And last, which I don't know if any of you guys listened to Taking Back Sunday in the past, there's a band called Stray Light Run. This CD came out in, I don't even know when, actually. That's a good question. Probably like mid-2000s. Basically, Stray Light Run is the, I think, lead singer of Taking Back Sunday and his sister, as well as a few other people. And they had more of like an acoustic, like relaxing, calm touch of music. I don't know the best way to describe it. But yeah, I just started grabbing CDs, and those are just some of the select few. You guys can probably see this thing right behind me. It's a shelf I actually found at Salvation Army. And there's about 50-something CDs on it now, which I'm not going to go over all those. Those are just some of the highlights. But there's some amazing bands on there, like more Blink-182 and Nine Inch Nails and Bone Thugs and Harmony and Rob Zombie and more Ramones. Yeah, basically I have a very weird taste in music, pretty much like everything. This is something I found because someone posted in one of the Facebook groups. I don't know which Facebook group it was. But it was $3, and it was Dr. Mario on eBay. $3 shipped, and it came in like 2 days. No, I don't like collecting amiibos. This I have some behind me because I used to like amiibos when they first came out, but then I purged my whole set, and it's kind of kept a select few that I just probably would lose money on, and then I got the Splatoon ones because I was like, cool, these work with Splatoon, and never end up opening them. And just the classic, the 8-bit Mario, and then the Rob the Robot, and the classic 3-pack. But if you guys don't know, I work in a hospital. I actually work in pharmacy, and so Dr. Mario with his little pill was a must-have, even though he's not a pharmacist, but whatever. Next thing I'm going to go over is actually some things I grabbed today. So if you guys see some plastic bags behind me, I went to Walmart tonight after work because I needed to get bread and peanut butter. And I found a lot of these. The Mxpx Dairy expansion pack and Warcraft 3 battle chest. If any of you guys, whoever is the first to comment, if you guys don't have Warcraft 3, you need a code, let me know. And I might do some kind of giveaway. I'll give away 2 codes because I think I have 4 total, but 2 already claimed for. Mxpx Dairy, if you have WoW, you don't need this because I think it's already on your account. All you need is Legion nowadays. I didn't have this box, and there's a few others in there, but they come with really cool notepads inside, which I use a lot of those for work, so I think I paid like $8 for 8 different copies. I think I got 4 of each. So, yeah, I talked about it before. I was a big Blizzard fan, so yeah, those are a must-have. I know, makes no sense why spend $8 on a copy you don't need. Yesterday was an amazing, I want to say amazing, but it was another white sticker day at Salvation Army, so that means half off. I found a lot of games for $24.99, so it's half off for $12.50, so it came like $13 and change. And I found 2 other things. So 2 other things I'm going to go over, which kind of makes no sense because I'm using my webcam to record this. In my last videos I really was making, like when I was doing a lot of videos, or 1 a week, I was using my DSLR, which has a broken microphone right now. So I found a flash for my camera. I don't really do photography at all, or photography. But this might be like some kind of example of what I would get rid of in my future videos. Like, I can buy this for, it was $2.99, so I paid $1.49 for it. I could get rid of this maybe for like 20 bucks on eBay. But for camera stuff, you know, I'd rather sell it to someone or give it to someone at what I paid for, even free if it's this cheap. I also found a lens, a 28-80 millimeter. Which actually be a pretty cool lens to record with, but I think that one has a pretty noisy autofocus, so I'd have to make sure I set that appropriately. If it's stuff I know people will need or would want, I'm not gonna purge it. I'm gonna make it like work kind of cool for both of us. Like, hey, you got your cool deal, you watch my channel, much appreciated. But let's just go into this lot right here. So it's marked for $24.99, and whenever I find a DS in the wild, they have broken hinges, a screen looks like crap, blah, blah, blah. Typical. Or it's missing an AC adapter. So, for $24.99, I found a 3DS. Look how shiny that is. Yeah, this thing, honestly, is clean. And it had a Nerf case on it, so this belonged to a kid who probably ate Cheetos with this. And he must have done pretty good and used a lot of wet naps, because there's no Cheeto dust on it. This thing is like surprisingly clean. And I got rid of my 3DS about 6 months ago because I just wasn't using it. I was actually playing the thing for about an hour and a half last night because I like the form factor of it. The screen size doesn't really bother me, but the form factor is great. Only thing it's missing is a stylus, which it's whatever. So it's $12.49 and then whatever it was for tax. And it came with 3 games. It came with Namco Museum DS, Pokemon Y, and Mario & Luigi Dream Team. Yeah, I know, that's pretty crazy. It's a pretty rad pickup. Going forward, though, for pickups like these, and if I kind of do my video series I want to do, I want to record this stuff so it doesn't seem like it doesn't make sense. But there's going to be proof behind everything going forward, because I'm going to show you guys receipts. And we're going to have like a little money checking thing or money tracker, like bar and all this cool stuff. So you guys can really see, because like, if I end up building like a $300 towards my collection, we're gonna have $300 to spend at a convention or something really cool. So I think it's gonna work great for all of us. Like I said, you guys, if you have any questions or want to put any input on it, I have a bunch of stuff written for this series, which I have written down in a document. And if you guys want to know more about it, we'll definitely talk about it. Shoot me a message, and we can probably chit chat on Facebook. So this is the last thing I want to go over, is a package that was sent to someone in one of the Oregon groups. His name's Jacob, and I can honestly say I've never really talked to Jacob before, except I sold him in game for like, I sold him for like 60% value, because I don't really like to make money off rent if I know what I paid for something. I think the back sticker on was like $20 or $14, and so I either probably paid about 10 or 11, so I probably sold to him what I paid for it, then plus shipping. But yeah, he just messaged me one day and said, hey, I want to send you something. It was actually probably 2 days after everyone in the Oregon group talked about games they wanted. I should probably put this knife away before I stab myself, but whatever. I made a list of like tons of PS2 games, tons of PS3 games, because I love the PS2 and PS3. That era, or PS3 era, happened during my null from YouTube. I ended up buying like 40 or 50 something PS2 games or PS3 games and a PS3 with a bunch of trade credit I had from GameStop. And all the staple titles on for PS3 are about like $2 to $3 each. Had like buy two get ones, blah blah blah. So yeah, out of the kindness of his heart, he just wanted to send me something. I have honestly no clue what's inside, so let's see how we should open it. And just remember, always cut towards yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. If you're a kid, cut with adults when our adults are around. All right, first game we have here, Vanquish. I'm gonna treat this like I was a kid going to Blockbuster, and this game honestly seems really rad. It actually looks a lot like Dead Space. Let's see, an epic third-person sci-fi action shooter from a critically acclaimed. You can't pronounce that name. Come the other one. This actually looks wicked rad, and that is a crispy game too. Like, I've never even seen this game before. It honestly looks a lot like Dead Space, but if anything like the old school style, what do they call them? Like rail shooters or any kind of old Sega shooters, I'm definitely gonna really enjoy it. Next game we have here, Enslaved. I might have this on Steam, but I've never played it. But this is actually a game. No, I don't have it on Steam. I want to buy it on Steam because it was on sale. Green Gaming Network, and this game actually looked really interesting because just the way of how this game plays out, it just looks really rad. I love like RPG games, and I love like adventure games and things like that. That's my favorite games to absolutely play besides like extreme sports. So this game actually looks pretty freaking cool. Next game, I just think this is a game he told me about. El Shaddai? I don't know how to say that. This is the one I was saying, it kind of reminds me of Dante's Inferno because of like the mechanics of the battle system. But he basically said it's a lot different than that, and it's kind of a little more outrageous than that is, which I am really excited for. I probably should check to see if there's a note inside, but I don't think you left me a love note, which I would have felt bad if I opened everything first. This game, honestly, I'm actually going to probably play this after, but I just started playing BioShock for the first time in my life last night. So I might finish BioShock first, or I might actually pop this in because the animations in this game were like outrageous. Like I don't know if it's like anime or, I don't know. I'm not good with this whole Japanese terminology for games or anything like that. But just the graphics are absolutely insane. They look almost real. Last game. Oh my god. This has been on my want list since I got a PS3. I forgot who told me. They were like, oh, Asura's Wrath, you should check that game out. And I was like, okay. I checked it out, and whenever I find this at GameStop, it's always missing the artwork, and I will not buy a game unless it has the artwork. I can honestly, like, these 4 games are really right up my alley, and Asura's Wrath was a game I've been wanting to play so bad. But I don't know what to play next, so I'm probably going to El Shaddai, then Asura's Wrath, but I don't know. Honestly, I really can't thank Jacob enough. Like, it's just great because he was like, you change yourself for the better. I understand, like, you have money now from selling your game collection, now you can go buy games. He didn't think about it like that. He obviously knows that the reason I sell my collection too is kind of having a step forward in life, and he probably took these games off his shelf and just sent them to me. He didn't have to do that. I never asked him, wasn't expecting him too, honestly. But Jacob, if you're watching this, man, dude, thank you so much. Like, these 4 games are seriously right up my alley. The only one, like, these are all new games I've honestly have never tried. Enslaved, like I said, I've been looking to get on the PC through Steam. And then Vanquish looks pretty rad because it's obviously by Sega and actually says developed by Platinum Games, which I think they have a pretty good reputation. And not to mention, it looks a lot like Dead Space, so I'm super stoked. El Shaddai, or Shaddai, I don't know how to pronounce that. I love Dante's Inferno, and it just keeps reminding me of that, even though I know it's not like that. But whatever. As far as Wrath, you saw that was on my want list, dude. But thank you again. It really, really means a lot. But that is going to be it for my pickup video, guys. Like I said in the comments field, if you think this series is pretty rad, or you like the idea of it, let me know. I know people have done it in the past, but I kind of want to approach it at a different angle. If you guys would like me to, I can do a whole video on it explaining basically the whole breakdown of, like, I wrote like a 2-page Word document about how it's going to work. And if you guys also like how I'm adding other media and other things I'm grabbing, like how I grabbed camera gear, or I grabbed like music CDs or PC games. If you guys think those are cool too, definitely let me know. But I'm going to wrap this video because before it's like 20-something minutes long. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for letting me make a comeback. Thank you for being so supportive for my channel. Oh, I forgot to mention, that was a half off TV at Salvation Army too. I think it was like 32 bucks, and it's a 1080p smart TV, which is going to be I don't want to talk about it now because it's going to probably take like 6 months for it to happen. But a really awesome project is happening with that TV, and you guys are going to freaking love it, and I'm going to collaborate with it, and we're not going to talk about it yet. We'll be back with that soon. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video channel thing. I'm all over the place. I'm not even going to edit this video. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic week hunting.